Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Sunday morning and we are on the way to Victoria Park to take on a 10k. So it's surprisingly quite mild this morning, but it's pretty windy and it's just started spitting, so that's the conditions that we're faced with this morning. I've got about a 10-minute walk from where I've just dropped the car off. Now this morning is really not because I want to do a 10k, but it's actually my run test, my run fitness test to see where I am. And if I'm honest, I'm not quite sure what the fitness is or what it's showing. So this week, last week, and probably next week, we've been using the time to get some baseline data of where the fitness is currently at. And yeah, the adaptive crew have been doing that. We've all been doing that. This week we took on the dreaded FTP test. Last week we did the 3-minute critical power test. Now those tests went fairly well, if I'm honest, and I wasn't totally dreading the FTP because I think I knew where my fitness kind of was with the bike. Now those bike fitness tests actually went all right and I wasn't too worried about them, and I thought they would go pretty well because I had an inkling that my bike fitness was, you know, okay, and I knew my FTP was going to either be very close to what it was, maybe a little bit better, and it actually came out 10 watts better. So yeah, new FTP this week. The critical power was 3-minute critical power was better than I've ever done. So on the bike front, things looking good for this part of the year. Now, the swim test we've got next week, and my run test, which is what I'm taking on this morning, is the bit, which way I'm going to go, I will go this way, is the bit I'm a little bit unknown. And why I'm doing it in a 10k is because if I do this on my own, I just don't seem to get the best out of myself. And I know that if I enter a race, I can pretty much, well, I just get a lot more from myself in doing it that way. Now, I'm not sure about this one. I really do not know where my run fitness is. I mean, I've got some sort of idea, but the problem is the last sort of 8 weeks of running have been a little bit hit and miss with niggles here and there. I've had a niggle in my adductor, which I've had to be really careful of, and then 2 days ago I've had a niggle in my calf, which is surprising because I never have issues with my calves. So today the plan is to run the first 30 minutes of this as hard as I can after a good warm-up, and then I will probably just jog the rest of it in. So I'm not really worried about the 10k time. There's no way, I don't think I'm in any shape to run 41 minutes, that's for sure. But if I can do the first 30 hard and then jog the rest in, that would be good enough for me, because we got the data then to see where I'm currently at and what that compares to my previous values. Because my zones, I think they're a little bit out, because there have been some workouts that I've been doing and they are based on my old zones, where I felt actually that, I mean, I've been able to hit the paces, but I've been working hard to do it. The heart suggesting that I'm probably not as run fit as what I was, but you know, we've got plenty of time. It's early, it's 1st of December today. Now, like normal on these races, I'm not going to be running with a camera or anything like that. And this is just a little update video, guys, because I'm trying to keep the channel flowing with videos, no matter how long, short they are. So I do apologise if, you know, you're looking for race footage, because there will be very little. Now, this time last year, I was in pretty decent run shape. I remember coming over here, running 2 10k's in the space of 2 weeks, and just, yeah, going faster each time, and running my PB there last year. And that was before I went off to have my shoulder done. Not quite in that shape at the moment, but the aim is to get back there and beyond. Right, let's get over there. check the lay of the land, get ready, warmed up, and get racing. So that's it, race done. Walking back to the car. How did it go? It went all right. It did. It went all right. I mean, I came in, I think, in about 42:30 something. So not quite at my best. Now I said at the start of the video that I try and run the first 30 minutes pretty hard, but to be honest, I run it all fairly evenly. I think I'll put the splits on the screen. The question is with 10Ks, I think, is they're measured efforts, and I think if you're going to run fast in them, you have to be confident that you can do it. And I'm certainly not that at the moment, because I don't really know where my run form is. Now, I went off today thinking, should I go at 41 minutes, should I go at 42-minute pace? And I stuck with 42. And yeah, I was a little bit over that. But it is what it is. That's where I am at the moment, and the good thing is, you know, I'm not too far off it. I think today I could have gone a little bit harder, if I'm really honest. I was really controlled and comfortable for the first 5 or 6K, and then yeah, if you look at the splits, I think that will tell you how fairly even I run it. So could I have gone a bit harder? Most likely, probably yes. It's still raining. So what does that mean now? Well, I don't think it's going to change my zones too much, to be honest. And it gives me a bit of confidence knowing that I'm not too far off where I was. So I can now train comfortably, knowing that I can try and push it on a little bit. And I think I'll try and enter a couple more 10Ks, because like I say, they are a feeling. And I know next time, the next one I run, I'm going to run it harder. Walking past the West Ham Stadium, what a dreadful result yesterday. I know this is a triathlon channel, but I do love West Ham. And Lopetegui, you've got to go, mate, I think. Anyway, so next week we just have the CSS swim test to do, and that's testing complete. And next week we've got an increase back in the volume of training. It's always good to take it down a little bit so you're a bit rested for these tests, and try and build the fitness over the winter. And that's my Sunday pretty much, well, my Sunday morning pretty much done. But look at this weather. Right guys, I'm going to leave that video there. Hope you've enjoyed that one. Just trying to keep the channel populated. I know it's short, but there you go. And if you're new around here, do hit the sub button. It is always appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one.